would you design a table like that? Workout wounds, going out on a limb, and pain by piñata? Get ready to laugh and hopefully learn a little, because today we're breaking down and reacting to all of the unexpected injuries and accidental medical scenes from some of the world's unluckiest people. All right, let's dive right in. Sorry, but what are you doing? Please wear a helmet. Helmets actually protect your noggin. Couple injuries we worry about. Head injury onto the car itself. So you can smack your face on the car, break your nose. If you break your nose, as long as it's straight, we're not really going to fix it in the emergency department. We're just going to make sure that you're not bleeding out. Then obviously, if it's a little bit more intensive an injury, we worry about intracranial abnormalities such as subdural, epidural, subarachnoid, and we'll get a CT scan if we need to. Oh, why would you design a table like that? Underneath the felt is going to be like heavy slates and slabs. Could dislocate your shoulder, could snap some ribs, or you can even break your hip. Literally all the things that you worry about. Somebody potentially will come in complaining of these areas of discomfort. If you fracture your shoulder or your humerus, we have to just make sure that it needs to be in a good alignment. Most of the time we don't do anything outside of put you in a sling, have you file it with an orthopedic surgeon.
A lo que yo vine.
Oh, you're gonna get destroyed.
Fue a esto.
Oh! The noise can't be real. First thing, laceration, abrasion. Could even be like scalp, meaning like the top of the skull the connective tissue can just be ripped off. Obviously, you need to put that back together. There's actually specific layers that we need to sew back together to make sure everything reattaches the way that it should. And then obviously clean out the wound if it's lacerated. You can clean it out at the house under sink water, tap water, it's fine. You don't want to go full blast, but you do want some pressure so you can get any foreign bodies out and clean it out really well. Oh! So what are most walls in the house made of? Usually they're made of drywall, and luckily you missed any studs that were behind there, thank goodness. You worry about potentially if there's nails on the other side causing a puncture wound, or obviously any spinal fracture or injury that would occur. You gotta be really careful when you do these things. Know what's behind or in front of you. Oh. Poor guy just misses a step. I mean, it could happen. When you miss a step, the foot, you can fracture your ankle, you can dislocate it. Even the knee can hyperextend the other direction. The gentleman is smart enough and with it enough to put his arm out to try to protect himself, so that is smart. We want to see that actually when somebody falls. We want to know if they have brace type injuries, meaning like, do they have abrasions to their hands or arms because they knew that they were falling, or is it a direct injury to their face? This guy didn't take my supplement called Life Happens. It's called Poor Decisions, and basically it's to help with hydration and alcohol metabolism. If you're interested, check it out. Life Happens. Oh, taking a poll on your poll. Things you worry about is hematoma to the penis, as well as a hematoma to the scrotum itself, or obviously hitting either testicle and causing an issue. The big things that we worry about are large hematomas, so we'll probably get an ultrasound of your testicle if you're having a lot of pain. It could cause a hydrocele, varicocele, but again, a lot of pain and discomfort. Oh! So two things that you think of: hematoma or laceration to the scalp because of the seat. Obviously, if it's a laceration, hold compression to the area, stop the bleeding, and get somewhere where somebody can sew it up. The other thing you can worry about is this is concrete. Falling on the concrete onto your tailbone, aka your coccyx. Could you cause a fracture to it? Yes, and it hurts like heck. Typically, a bruise or a fracture will feel the same way. Again, you can't put a splint on it. It's gonna hurt no matter what you do.
Check this out.
Oh, not a good idea.
Oh, that was close.
At least two different types of injuries. One, hitting your anus can cause a laceration, puncture to the area. You got to be careful. The anus is very specialized muscle because it's circular, the way that it contracts. And so if you start messing it up, you're going to have anal leakage. You're going to have issues relating to potentially not being able to go to the bathroom. Then you hit the perineum. The perineum is the space between your butthole and your scrotum. That area you can get a large hematoma. It can get infected. And then obviously hitting your scrotum could rupture your testicle or just cause a significant amount of pain. I hope he's okay. Oh my gosh. So you're hitting the corner of the boat. You can be hitting the edge and cause a laceration or puncture wound into the lower pelvic area. You can snap a bone off of either hip, the iliac crest on either side of your hips. And then obviously falling into the water, you're going to get a reflex. Hopefully he doesn't inhale the water because he wasn't expecting it. Potentially up your nose into your airway inappropriately, causing aspiration pneumonitis. Unlikely that there would be a drowning in this circumstance, but you can have something called a dry drowning where you're immersed in the water and your vocal cords spasm because of a little bit of water that gets into the upper airway. This is so dangerous. I've worked at trauma centers where so many pedestrians hit by cars come in and people die because they're just not paying attention. The hit is either head or like hands that hit first. Head injury, potential dislocation or spraining of your ankle because of the curve, and then obviously any muscle spasms that could happen due to the retraction, and facial trauma as well as head trauma.
He locked his hair. He said, what you need?
Pull the thing.
Oh my gosh.
He said, oh.
Painful, uncomfortable, unlucky for that to happen. I've seen people pull and have all the hair removed, but then it actually like bleeds a lot and potentially removes pieces of scalp if there's a lot of hair. And a lot of times when people lose that much skin, if it's full thickness, we'd actually probably be able to sew it back on and the body would be able to repair it. Oh! Thank goodness this wasn't that high. This branch hit him in the head. First thing I think about when a branch and head is eye injuries, okay? Facial injuries, getting a piece of small branch, bark, or something into the eye. You can rupture your globe, meaning like puncture into the eye itself and have the fluid of the eye come pouring out. Or you can have foreign body go in there, cause irritation. And then again, a laceration to the cornea. Oh! The beaks are strong and can cause probably more of a pinching injury. But what if your testicle got in the way of this beak and it just got squished? Could it rupture and pop if the bite is strong enough? Even if it's like super quick, I mean, the testicles are so sensitive, can cause significant amount of pain, and you feel it in your abdomen, right? And it's related to the fact that your testicles were inside your abdominal cavity as you were being made, and they made their way from the inside out into the scrotum, and that's because of temperature regulation. It's not gonna be good. Oh, whew. A massive like flex bend, and so with that amount of torque could cause fracture or dislocation of the spine, meaning like there's so much bend that's happening, especially in the lower back, that you could actually snap vertebrae, or at least the ligaments, because there's a lot of ligament attachments relating to the vertebral column. The neck is also in such a bad position that you can actually cause compression and fractures to that area as well. Oh, plyo box, shin damage. I'm thinking. Oh, it is a very common occurrence. Landing your knee right on the wooden plyo box. You know, you can have a kneecap dislocation. You can rupture your patella tendon. You can cause a fracture to the tibial plateau. If you rupture your patella tendon, you need to have surgery to reattach it. If you dislocate your patella, we can put it back in place, no problem. In the emergency department, it takes literally about 2 seconds. But if you do fracture your patella, then you actually need to have a pin placed to keep it intact, so that way it grows back together. What is happening? Why? Please don't do this. You increase the risk that your integrity of your septum is done, increase the risk of bleeding. You can have cartilage damage to that area. And then if cartilage gets infected, it's really hard to treat. It takes a long time because the blood supply to cartilage is really low, so it takes a long time to heal. Just a bad idea, and then you just don't know any of the other type of infections that occur. All right, well, these clips just show that things happen that you don't expect. So just be aware, and thank goodness that these people didn't get massively injured. And as always, if you've enjoyed watching this, definitely check out this playlist right here. And do me a favor, make sure you subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.